I'm in partnership with my mother and father. I used to have mixed farming, but then farming jobs altered. Father went out of milk many years ago, and now we've specialised basically just in potato production. We've expanded the potato business now over the last 12 or 15 years. Father used to grow probably 50-60 acres. We are currently growing about 440-450 acres, producing some 8,000 tonnes of potatoes. So about 4 years ago we were going through a merchant called MBM, but then we were supplying Walkers, we were supplying Golden Wonder a lot, Bensons. 3 years ago we set a business up with 4 other guys which did away with the merchant, and we are now sole suppliers to Walker's Snack Foods, which is a total crisping company, by far the leader in the crisping market. They are massive players, yeah. Well, the season starts with seed coming probably pre-Christmas for chitting for the early market. Pre-chit those in chitting trays, probably about 100 acres worth, which grow chits on them probably up to about 15 to 20 mil long. Warm them up to get them to grow up to about 15-16 degrees. As soon as we achieve the chit, we put the fridge on and cool them down to 4 to 5 degrees to stunt the growth, and then we can hold them there and get the chit nice and hard, then it doesn't break off when planting. And then they go into the ground probably about the middle of March, and we can get a crop ready for about the 5th to 10th of July for harvesting. The main crop is planted anything from about the 10th of April to the end of April. 2 different ones, what we call green top, which is loaded straight off the field into lorries, straight into the factory for direct use, and then we actually store 3,500 tonnes in proper insulated, computer controlled stores, because they have to be stored at about 10.5 to 11 degrees, dead accurate to get the fry colour spot on. If we get a rise or a drop in temperature, that is when you get a brown crisp, and that's when the potatoes will get rejected. For the potatoes, we are looking for medium loam soils, which is nice sandy or medium loam. Clay is not really right for growing potatoes on. When we actually plant the potatoes, we declod the land, de-stone it with a machine, so basically the potatoes are just growing in clod-free and stone-free land. And then we get nice uniform tubers. They grow nicely, get a nice tuber set, and then when we come to harvest, we can harvest unmanned with a machine at rates of probably 200 to 300 tonnes a day in a 10-hour day. We've actually been down to Walkers down at Leicester. We get down there now and again to have a look around the factory. There's a new factory just opened up at Skelmersdale. That opened early October, which we are sole suppliers to. And there is a fryer in there which is capable of doing between 7 and 10 tonnes of potatoes an hour. Just so you know how many crisps there are in a tonne of potatoes, on an average tonne of potatoes you will get 10,000 packets of crisps per tonne. So that line is putting out between 7 and 10, so it's doing between 70 and 100,000 packets an hour. as you see outside in the yard, we are loading for the factory now. They're coming out of store, they go over a grader which is fed by a dump box, and then they go over a multi-step cleaner which takes any loose soil out, and then it goes over coils which sizes takes everything up, because the crisping spec is 40mm by 90mm, so that's where the range for crisping needs to be. And they go over an inspection table where somebody just can stand on there picking the odd green out there, an odd stone. And they go up a conveyor into a de-stoner, which the potatoes flume over the water. The water's fluming up, so the potatoes float over the water, and any heavy objects like a stone will sink and come out of the bottom. Flumes the potatoes over into a washer, which is over a set of brushes, which cleans the potatoes, over an inspection table, which puts a clean water wash on. Into a telescopic elevator which reaches into the 44-foot box containers. The lorries hold approximately between 27 to 28 tons. We can fill one of those in about 45 minutes.
What varieties of potato are you growing?
The main one, which is a red potato, which you'll see we're loading today, it's called Lady Rosetta. And then we've also grown Lady Claire and a new variety called Lady Joe, which are all crisping varieties. When the boxes are full, the lorry is pulled forward, doors shut, and then every load of potatoes has to carry a passport with a seal. The seal is fastened on the back of the wagon to make sure the load has not been tampered with. Nobody's opened the doors on the way to the factory or anything like that. Put a foreign object in. Paperwork's checked on arrival at the factory by the gate man. Make sure the seal's checked, make sure it's not been tampered with, and then whenever they want it, it's just backed onto the line.